Hello everyone, je m'appelle Jason Boule and this is Tech Tuesday. Now today I'm going to be teaching you how to steal Rob Stock's comm on the Black Rhino Trail. Now I'm only joking, I am on the Black Rhino Trail at Kontemannskloof though, but today we're going to be looking at how to correctly absorb terrain on your mountain bike. Now this is something that I touched on in the previous Tech Tuesday about how to get the most out of your dropper post, but today we'll be going into it in a bit more detail. This is a skill that will benefit you no matter what bike you're riding, from a downhill bike all the way to a gravel bike, and particularly as the terrain gets more rough. Remember, if you want to ride at Kontemannskloof mountain bike trails, make sure you pay your day pass at the dairy shed and then have yourself a good time. Alright, let's get into today's Tech Tuesday. The principle of the skill is that you'll be moving your body up and down out of the way of objects along the trail. This allows you to keep a stable head, which gives you good vision, allowing you to make proactive decisions down the trail, a stable body, which of course allows you to control the bike better, and also increases your traction as your wheels are more consistently on the ground. Now, failing to do this properly will result in you getting bucked by the terrain, which makes it very hard to see where you're going, control the bike, and keep decent traction. You may find that you actually do this quite instinctively while riding, but it is a skill that you can always work on fine-tuning. So what is required for getting this right? Well, you have your levers, which are your arms and legs, which allow the bike to move up and down underneath you. Having your saddle a bit lower will certainly help. It allows you more range and makes these movements easier to do. Now, when it comes to the how of this technique, it really is quite simple. You want to let the front wheel move up and in towards your body as it's approaching, or rather hitting, the obstacle in front of you, and then allowing the back wheel to follow a similar path up and over the obstacle as you unweight it. This can be done with clips or flat pedals, but you may find it a bit easier to do with clip-in pedals. As you go over the obstacle or into a compression, the same principle of matching the terrain applies. You want to fill that hole, that compression, or the backside of the obstacle with your wheel. So pushing down on the handlebars and pushing down on the pedals as each wheel is going through that. This will keep your wheels on the ground, giving you traction and control, and if you time it really well, will even increase your speed as you push down on the backside of the obstacle. Some common errors with this skill are being too stiff on your bike and not being relaxed enough to let it move up and down, pushing into the object rather than allowing the bike to come up and into you, being too far off the back of the bike. This can feel like a safe position, but it does make it difficult to steer as it limits your movement, and you also can't absorb the terrain as well from that position. Moving your head too much can also be a common error. Remember, the idea here is to keep your head stable so you can have good vision. Think of the gyroscopic chicken. As with all these good skills, grab your bike, get out there into the wild and practice, practice, practice. You'll never have these completely dialed to a T. There's always room for a bit of fine-tuning and improvement. Even the best downhill and enduro riders in the world will be thinking of these kind of skills and honing them while they're out on their ride. Remember that if you want to enjoy the trails out here at Kontemannskloof, make sure to pay your day pass at the dairy shed and then have yourself a good time. Rob's been doing some great work as I look around here, so I definitely need to heed that advice and come and have a few rips. Until next Tech Tuesday, keep it real. Cheers.